Anime. There are so many god tier shows out there, but you've seen most of them, right? Today, I want to share a few of my favorites that I consider unheard of or underrated to add to your watch lists. Now, I've tried to add a decent mixture of anime, so there is something here for everyone. Let's see if I can recommend a show that you've never heard of before. So let's get it. Starting off with one of my favorite isekai, Gate. Now, a portal to a fantasy realm emerges in Japan, sparking a full-fledged conflict between the invading empire and the JSDF. The latter repels the opposing troops, and in the aftermath of the conflict decides to deploy a detachment of soldiers into this new realm. Itami is one of the members of that party and is also a hardcore otaku. He ends up befriending a very interesting set of girls while he's there who aid in his mission. Gate is a fun anime that uniquely mixes a traditional and reverse isekai plot. Itami is a really cool protagonist, to be fair, but his little harem is full of endearing characters that help to make the anime what it is, especially Rory Mercury. Oh yes. Next up, we have a banger anime series called Charlotte, which also has an amazing OP and ED, which is worth checking out for that alone. Now, in the world of Charlotte, when kids enter puberty, a tiny fraction of them develop abilities. Yu Otasaka, a dude with the ability to possess others for a short period of time, aspires to use his abilities to live an easy high school life. However, he's apprehended by the mysterious Naotomori and forced to transfer to Yokai Academy, where he and the other student council members must assist pupils who are having difficulty managing their abilities. This one is a roller coaster ride with twists and turns and plenty of emotion in it. It's truly one of the most beautiful anime that I've ever seen. Want something a little more badass? Well, I got you covered with Darker Than Black. 10 years ago, an impenetrable field known as Hell's Gate emerged in Tokyo. Simultaneously, psychics who harness paranormal abilities at the expense of their conscious arose. Hei is one of the most powerful of these psychic agents, and he works for one of the many competing organizations striving to solve the secrets of Hell's Gate alongside his blind companion, Yin. Now, Hei is honestly one of the most badass characters I have seen in anime, so for him alone, this show's worth checking out, man. This next one is one of my favorites. However, it can be a little confusing and hard to get your head around. The girls are sure nice as hell though. This is Horizon in the middle of nowhere. So, in the distant future, Japan is divided into feudal territories, invaded and ruled over by foreign powers. The floating city ship Musashi, which contains the remnants of the Japanese, is being attacked and has no alternative but to go to war to protect its people. With the density of the world in their hands, Musashi's students may hold the secret to their victory. So yeah, patience is key with this series, but you are rewarded with characters such as Horizon Ariadust and Fuyo Honda, who are absolute top tier waifu. So yeah, go check it out. The next anime is a truly special one and is one I honestly can't praise highly enough. Said anime in question is Guilty Crown. The story focuses on Shu Oma, a high school kid who accidentally acquires an ability called the Power of the King, which allows him to draw forth voids from other people. He is soon thrust into a struggle between the GHQ, a quasi-governmental organization, and Funeral Parlor, a resistance organization dedicated to restoring Japan's independence from the GHQ. Throughout the process, Shu must deal with the weight of his abilities as well as the devastating mystery of his past. Now, this anime also features one of my favorite waifu ever in Inori Yuzuria. A total babe all round and a standout character for sure. For me personally, I see her as iconic almost, but I'll leave that for you guys to judge. Okay, let's move on to a really fun anime in Gabriel Dropout. heaven has obliged its youthful angels to dwell and study among mankind for ages in order to become full-fledged angels. This is also true for the top of the class Gabriel, who feels it is her destiny to be a magnificent angel who brings happiness to mankind. On Earth, however, Gabriel becomes addicted to video games and finally becomes a social recluse. She actually declares herself a fallen angel and is uninterested in anything else, much to the dismay of Vignette, a demon whom Gabriel met during her heavenly early days on Earth. Now, this anime is just so funny, and it also boasts one of the most legendary characters ever in Satania, the aspiring queen of hell who wants to be true evil but struggles with all things diabolical. Okay, let's go for something a little different here. Fans of Steins Gate, I think, will like this one. The anime Chaos Head. A string of killings called the New Generation Madness drew extensive attention across Shibuya. As these crimes acquired fame, they were a major topic of conversation amongst the locals. Nonetheless, Takumi Nishijo, a high school otaku who frequently experiences delusions and believes he is constantly being watched, is uninterested in these new gen killings. His everyday life is disrupted, however, when he receives a frightening photograph of a guy staked to a wall. After calming himself in an internet cafe, Takumi witnesses the very identical murder scenario shown in the photograph, along with a pink-haired girl covered in blood calling out his name. Now, Takumi, who is conflicted about the nature of reality, struggles to decide where to put his confidence as he becomes involved in these new gen killings, fearing that the killer is out to get him. Now, arguably the sequel Chaos Child is preferred by fans, but I honestly had a lot more fun with this one. But why not check out both? This next one is an absolute gem of an anime called Bento. I honestly can't begin to tell you how much fun this anime is. So the supermarket is usually a family-friendly, safe atmosphere. These stores, on the other hand, alter in the blink of an eye when the unsold bento boxes go on their nightly half-off sales. It's here that each individual struggles for honor, pride, and food. War breaks out and friends become enemies. In these stores, there are no longer any people, only wolves and dogs, winners and losers. This anime seriously goes next level in these fights over half-price bento boxes, and it's honestly hilarious. Best Girl Yorozui is a beast of a fighter, and the pro tag Sato is so funny. Honestly, can't recommend this one enough. When this anime first aired in winter 2020, I thought it was so criminally underrated. That anime was ID Invaded. Sakaido is a genius detective who can trace down and apprehend any criminal. But when his daughter is murdered, he finds himself on the wrong side of the law. Now imprisoned, he assists authorities in solving mysteries by utilizing a technology that invades a person's identity. Through these series of investigations, a blood trail emerges, gradually all leading back to his daughter's killer. Now, this anime was very unique in the way it presented a person's identity when invading them, and the story was just so captivating. This is an anime you seriously need to watch. This anime is actually one of the first anime I ever watched, either second or third. And I gotta say, it's an absolute banger, man. Yes. Rosario and Vampire. So, Yokai Academy appears to be a typical boarding school, except that its students are monsters learning how to live together with humans. All pupils attend in human form and study standard academic courses, including literature, gym, foreign language, maths, etc. However, there is one unbreakable law at Yokai Academy, which is that any humans discovered on school grounds must be executed instantly. Sukune is a human boy who has been admitted to this school, but when he arrives, yes, he saw that this was no ordinary school, it was a school for monsters, and during his stay, he now has to conceal his identity. However, in doing so, he ends up making very good friends with several of the monsters. And I won't lie, though this was one of my first anime, and I've seen many anime since, Mocha still makes me feel things, man. How many of these have you seen? Did you find something new from the list? And would you like more videos like this in the future? Let me know in the comments. And while you wait for the next video to drop, why not check out this video where I talk about all the new anime this fall 2023 season that you can't afford to miss. But guys, that is it from me. I'll see you soon for some more. Till then, you take care. Peace.